Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Healings by Francis. I am Francis Gonzalez Griffin, and this is your weekly card pull for Monday, November 20th through Sunday, November 26th. Now, I'm sorry I wasn't able to hop on here yesterday. We did an 18-hour car ride that we drove directly, and I was too exhausted yesterday. I literally slept on and off most of the day. So I am finally caught up on my energy, and I wanted to, my guides are saying right now, so my sage has been burning for 10 minutes and it has not gone out. So I'm being guided, and I'm guessing this is because of Thanksgiving. We all know that Thanksgiving, getting together with families, not always is it always without negative energy, right? So I am going to ask Archangel Metatron and Archangel Michael to come in right now to clear all negativity that we are holding on to right now, to let that go, to remove it from our aura, whether it's your energy or energy being sent towards you, to remove all negativity. And I'm going to ask Michael the Archangel to put a protective bubble around those who are watching so that no negativity will be able to permeate you guys at Thanksgiving or for the rest of the week, okay? So let's get started. I actually got two new decks. The decks that I got, I ordered right before I left on vacation and for my daughter's softball tournament, and they came the day of that I was leaving. So the first deck is the Divine Masters Oracle by Kyle Gray, and the second one is Messages from the Spirits of Nature Oracle by Dr. Stephen D. Farmer. So let's get started. The first deck I'm using is the Divine Masters. Oh, and I'm finally using my new stand. I actually just put it on my regular altar, so hopefully that'll hold my cards better, right? And it won't fall over. I'm asking for 3 cards separately from this deck. Oh, and the first one just came out. It's Melchizedek, divine knowledge, higher learning, commit to your vision through study. So I'm getting a feeling some of you are thinking about either going back to school or doing some kind of lessons or classes or studying up on something. Some of you, it might be spiritually, I'm hearing, like I'm seeing the for some of you, I'm seeing it's a spiritual path. So if you've been considering doing something, whether it's card reading or healing or anything like that, this is your sign to go forward. This is what's meant to be. But for others of you who are thinking about going back to school or studying something different, some of you might be thinking of a whole new roadmap for your career. And this is a sign of, if it's time to go, it's blessed, it's meant to be. It's divine knowledge. For some of you, you might even be having some kind of downloads right now. Let me pull another card and I'll be able to clarify even more. Why is this turned over? There we go. Oh, I'm going to take this one then. Divine mission. Enlightened action. Make choices from the heart. Whatever you have been thinking of where it has anything to do with expanding your knowledge, whether it's on the spiritual path or if it's on knowledge of like a career path or whatever, it is coming in very strong right now. Look at that. Enlightened action, make choices from the heart. The choices that you make right now, you're being told to make them from the heart, not to use from your mind, because I feel like you're being divinely guided at this point. Just like this says divine knowledge, commit to your vision through study. There is something that you're being called to do. It's going to be different from everybody because this is a collective reading. Wow, this sage is burning something fierce right into my face. So if you hear me sneeze, it's because I'm choking on sage smoke. But I am just hearing right now that whatever it is that you feel like you're being pulled to, this is where you're being divinely guided. During these times when you're in, so Halloween, during that time, it opens portals of energy where the veil is thinner, where your guides, your ancestors, your passed on loved ones, spirit in general can come through easier. And that portal pretty much stays open because the door between now and whatever holiday you whether it's Kwanzaa or Christmas or Hanukkah, whatever it is, your passed on loved one spirit have a closer connection during all this time it stays. And it basically stays until about New Year's, where the veil is thinner. Now, a lot of people only think it's around Halloween, but it does stay thinner until basically the end of the year. So if you feel like you're being called, like if you're having these thoughts, I want to do this, or like maybe it wasn't even something you thought you wanted to do, but it keeps kind of like playing over and over again in your head, I'm hearing you're being divinely guided at this time. The choices that you make, you're going to don't think of it, because I feel like some of you, where it says make choices from your heart, some of you will be trying to make that choice from your mind, from your brain. And your soul operates from your heart. So the choices that are in front of you, make them from your heart, because your heart knows your soul's purpose, where your mind, your brain, not really. So I almost feel like some of you are saying, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that, because you're operating only from your mind, from your brain, making those decisions, and you're blocking your heart's choice. And I'm being told that you need to listen to your heart. You're being guided by your heart, because that's where your soul is guiding you from. So don't overthink things and then say, no, it is your heart that's making that decision. So listen. It's almost like that song. Now I hear the song, listen to your heart. And that one, I'm sorry that I'm singing into you, because I have a bad voice. But that's what I'm being told is important, because like it says, divine mission and divine knowledge. You are being guided divinely right now. And it's your soul knows, but your mind doesn't. And your soul communicates through your heart, not your mind. Let me pull one more card. Oh, that's weird. Okay. There we go. I flipped over. There was like a whole section flipped over. These are new cards. So when they're new, they're kind of like sticky to each other. That's the only thing that's a pain. So I always have to try to go like this and make them unsticky, because then they don't shuffle properly always. Hold on. Let me just break up that little area. Okay, there. One more card, Spirit, please, from this deck. Oh, I'll take that. And that card is Mahavatar Babaji. I'm sorry if I'm not saying that right, but interconnectedness, understanding the inner workings, spiritual awakening. A lot of you, I'm hearing that this has a lot to do with, let me see if just in case I need to put another card, if I have enough time, I'll move them over all the way to the right. A lot of you are on a spiritual path right now of awakening, of real, like opening to new knowledge and wanting to study new subjects is what I'm hearing. And you need to listen to your heart. Now, if you're not on a spiritual path, it doesn't mean that spiritual awakening can't happen with your career and in your life. You might be waking up in general to something different, new ideas. Maybe you have always been like an accountant, and now you don't want to do that anymore. You've been into technology and you don't want to do that anymore. The reason you feel like that is because you're being divinely guided, is what I'm being told. Now, I'm going to pull 2 cards from the messages from the Spirits of Nature Oracle, and then I will do one for the Law of Positivism. If I have enough time, I'll pull another card from Law of Positivism. Oops. Oh, I almost dropped the whole deck. Oh, there goes the first card. The first card is number 14, Earth Home. I feel like with these cards, now this is a new deck, but the feeling that I get, the message that I'm getting with this deck is for you to stay grounded. And it's almost like some of you have been I'm hearing like out in space. Like you haven't been grounded recently, and you have just been all over the place, scattered. And I think this is why when this knowledge, these choices are being put in front of you, this sage is not stopping from burning. Holy cow, this sage is like, I'm going to choke on smoke soon. It is time for you to realize that where you're at is where you're meant to be. For some of you, this card means that you're almost always looking at the grass is greener on the other side, is the phrase that I'm hearing. The side that you're on is where you're meant to be. You are the life that you're living. It's almost like some of you are thinking like, I wish this was the way. I wish my life was this way. I wish my life was this way. You're exactly where you're meant to be right now. The choices you do have, I feel like a little fork on the road for some of you, and you have to make a choice of, are you going to go left or are you going to go right? And I feel for a lot of you, it's almost like a fear of going to a path unknown. But at the same time, that path is leading you home, is what I'm hearing. That path is going to lead you home. That is exactly where you're meant to be. I know, and you need to ground into the earth. Make sure that you're feeling your feet into the ground and your feet are firmly planted. I have on my YouTube channel, I don't know, depending on where you're watching this video from, on my YouTube channel, which is Healings by Francis as well, I have a tab that is meditations. And one of them is a grounding meditation that would be really helpful for you this week, because it's almost like for those who are over analytical of you guys, the choice of you making choices from the heart this week is difficult for you because you're too mind oriented. And grounding will help you actually feel into your heart more than your mind, is what I'm being told. So if that helps you, you can also just go on YouTube and find a ton of different grounding meditations. But if you want to go into my channel, Healings by Francis on YouTube, I have a grounding meditation. I also tell my clients to always use that one as well. So let me pull one more card from this deck. These cards are shuffling a lot easier. Oop. Dolphin listening. Okay, so this is going to be specifically towards water signs more, but this still applies to everybody. If you're a water sign, this is especially coming through for you. But the message for this card is to listen. And like I said, the veil is thin right now. Ancestors, those who's passed on loved ones, because of the holidays coming in, they have a stronger connection to you right now, because they like to come out and hang around you as well during the holidays, even though, because they're just like they enjoyed when they were alive to be around during the holidays and seeing everybody, they still like to do that. So I'm getting the message for some of you, well, for all of you who are watching this, you need to listen, because you're going to hear messages. You're going to be able to feel your passed on loved ones. But listening also helps you on this part right here, where it's like listening. It's almost like listen to your heart. Isn't that the song? Listen to your heart. Oh my gosh, it is. I just said, I said the song listening, and I said listen to your heart. I said that song, and then look at the song, the card that came out is listening. Well, thank you, Spirit, for confirming the song that I already was hearing. It's hard to see what's the little track behind it. That's the only thing I will say. Maybe I should start at the top and then work my way back forward, with the cards. Maybe that'll be better. Okay, now I'm going to pull one card for Law of Positivism. Cards by Shereen Oberg. And that's the card that want to come out, so I'm going to take it. I completely surrender to my path. Yeah, number 46. See, that's what I mean. You need to surrender to your path. You are being, like I said, there's a fork in a road, and which way you're going to go, right or left. Surrender to making a choice. These choices that are being divinely guided right now, it is time to just surrender to it. Not to fight it, not to overanalyze it, but if you're being pulled to a certain change, a certain choice, that's why. Because you're being divinely guided to that. Now, let me see if I can pull one card from... Should I do Law of Positivism, or I do have time? Let me see if I have... Oh, I can't find the little deck right here that I wanted to use. So I'm just going to pull another card for Law of Positivism before I run out of time, because I have a limit on Instagram of 15 minutes. And it's really a little bit under it, to tell you the truth. Oh, one card came out. I am evolving as a soul when I am aware of my soul's journey. See, that's what I mean. This is a time of transformation and evolving. The reason you are getting called right now, and that's number 41, for these choices, like it says, your soul's journey is connected to your heart, and that's why they want you, Spirit is asking you to make choices from your heart. So I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. If not, I hope you all have a wonderful week. I'm sending you so many blessings and so much love. Have a wonderful week.